Hi, my dear friend. Tell me, your audio and video both are clear to all of you? Yes, everyone, tell me, your fast audio and video both are clear to all of you? Hi, my dear friend. Tell me, your audio and video both are clear to. Okay, so I think audio and video both are clear. So now I just want to first again wish you happy new year, beta. Yes. So just tell me, yaar. First audio and video both are clear. Okay. Yes, tell me, yaar, fast. Okay. तो नाउ गेट 24 के लिए हम लोग स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं. सो अवर बेटा टॉपिक इज इन्वर्टर. So you know very well how we can define inverter, and this topic is really very important. Okay, for the gate aspirant, especially for electrical engineer, है ना. Otherwise we can say for ESC electronics as well, but in the gate only electrical engineer. So inverter is basically, you know very well, like a converter which can convert a fixed DC kind of, sometime a variable DC into the required AC. Okay, so we can generate AC signal at the frequency of 50 hertz or at the frequency of 60 hertz. It depends, like which type of frequency actually we needed. Okay, so uh, you can understand why this particular system or inverter is so useful in many countries. Okay, the inverter use is really not, we can say, that much high, but in a few countries, especially we can say those countries in which electricity like generation is not enough, okay, to like operate the country. So in that cases we required some backup of electricity, and that backup we can store in the form of DC. Okay, so definitely we are having high charging capacities of batteries, and that charge actually DC we can say we have to convert into the AC signal to operate AC load, because generally we are having AC type of loads. Clear? Now the question is going to be raised again, कि why sir these inverters are so popular. Okay, so just don't think about the domestic application of the inverter. You have to also think beyond that. Okay, for example, you know very well, HVDC transmission. Okay, sometimes for, especially for long distance or long distance transmission, DC is better than AC transmission. In that situation also we require inverter. In other words, in the railway, train, or we can say high vehicles, okay, or heavy vehicles, for example truck, buses and metro. So in aeroplane, in almost everywhere, sometimes we have to convert DC into AC. So this particular technology or this particular transformation of DC to AC is really very popular or very useful, is versatile. Okay, the another point coming with respect to gate. Okay, so in the gate examination, definitely it is guaranteed that they will ask at least 2 marks question from the inverter. Okay, sometimes we can say 2 to 3 marks, sometimes 2 to 4 marks, but in general ऐसा कभी नहीं देखा गया कि they are going to be asked like 1 marks question. Okay, generally minimum 2 marks question they will ask. Okay, you can say more than 95% cases. So till now the points are clear. Yeah, tell me fast. ओके तो कम से कम हमारे पास अगर हम देखें तो मार्क्स 2 में ये मिलेगा हम लोगों को। ओके 2 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन कम से कम हमें यहाँ से मिलेगा। ओके तो अगर हम मार्क्स में बात करें सो डेफिनेटली बेटा जी 2 मार्क्स का यहाँ से एक पार्ट मिलेगा हमें। अब यू नो वेरी वेल कि पावर टॉनिक से लाइक आउट ऑफ 8 और 10 2 नंबर या 4 नंबर या 6 नंबर या 8 नंबर वट एवर इट डिपेंड्स लाइक कि आपने कितना पढ़ा है, बट डेफिनेटली पावर टॉनिक से नंबर चुराना या मशीन से नंबर थोड़ा सा स्कोर करना, पावर सिस्टम से नंबर स्कोर करना थोड़ा टफ हो जाता है। ओके तो मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि विद इन 8 to 10 आवर्स ओके I will give you around 100% of inverter so that you can easily handle the question of inverter. हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा थ्योरी पे अभी काम नहीं करेंगे because we are very close to our exam. So first we will think about the we can say designing or theoretical or practical designing of the inverter. You can also consider more than 90% cases they will ask question from the voltage source inverter because we are having in general 2 types of inverter. Otherwise बहुत सारी categories हैं, but these categories of inverter we can in general divide into types. First is voltage source inverter and another is current source inverter. तो हम लोग अपने सेशंस में स्पेशली जो बात करेंगे वो 2 इन्वर्टर्स की बात करेंगे, वोल्टेज सोर्स इन्वर्टर एंड सेकेंड वन इज करंट सोर्स इन्वर्टर। ओके सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट वन एंड दिस इज द सेकेंड वन। ठीक है, now this voltage source inverter again is going to be divided in 2 parts in general. Okay, you can say single phase and 3 phase. Okay, now this single phase again is going to be divided in 2 parts my dear friend. Single phase half bridge inverter. Okay, half bridge inverter, and this another one is full bridge inverter. Full bridge inverter. Okay, now you can again ask to me ki sir half bridge inverter or single phase full bridge inverter which is like we can say most important or in general from which portion they can ask question. So यहाँ पे आप कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, 50-50% पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है because the concept of half bridge inverter and full bridge inverter are almost same. So same result you will get okay at the output especially, but sometime you know when we consider the switching problem, switching losses and controlling action, in that situation this full bridge inverter is much better than the half bridge inverter. Okay, and in other way we are having 3 phase inverter. Again 3 phase inverter having 2 categories. Okay, again 3 phase inverter having 2 category. In general you can say this converter we can design in 180-degree mode and another is 120-degree mode. Okay, with respect to our gate examination. So again they can ask question from here. So अगर आप मान के चलें कि सर if they are going to be asked one question only, so they can ask one question either from the voltage source inverter और voltage source inverter में बात करें तो from single phase और 3 phase half bridge और full bridge 180-degree और 120-degree मोड. तो अभी हमें नहीं पता कि वो कहाँ से पूछेंगे. मान लीजिए एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं तो दे कैन आस्क फ्रॉम एनी पोर्सन. ओके, अब आपने कहा सर लेट अस कंसीडर कि दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी आस्क क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द वोल्टेज सोर्स इन्वर्टर, then obviously they are having single choice and that is nothing but current source inverter. You are getting my point my dear friend? Please tell me fast. So current source inverter. Now but the on the basis of the previous year question we can say कि more than 95% chances are there they will ask question from the voltage source inverter. Okay, less than 5% chances are there they can ask question from the current source inverter. So in tomorrow class I will make proper PPT okay to explain each and everything, but in the 2-day session because it is the first lecture, so I just want to tell you like how we can score 100% marks from the inverter portion. Now another beautiful statement is going to be explained. So here my dear friend again the question is going to be raised, sir in the voltage source inverter or in the current source inverter we have to just studies either half bridge or full bridge or 180-degree or 120-degree. Even current source inverter is the restricted inverter. Okay, in general we never use okay to convert DC into AC. This current source inverter has some we can say specified okay application or we can say restricted application. So this current source inverter is not really somewhat lengthy, but voltage source inverter is really very lengthy. So let's consider first voltage source inverter. Okay, so if they are going to be asked only a single question of 2 marks from the inverter, then what will be the chances. Okay, they will ask the question from the half bridge or full bridge or 180 degree or 120-degree mode. My dear friend, here really we can say there is no surety. Okay, they may ask a question from the single phase or three phase inverter, or they may not ask. Okay, then what will be the second step? Okay, from where they can ask question. Now another concept or another point that comes here, when we convert this fixed DC into, my dear friend, required AC. Let's consider we want to generate our AC output at 50 hertz. Okay, and definitely we required, my dear friend, sinusoidal AC. Okay, we required sinusoidal AC. But unfortunately, when we are having this fixed DC, okay, we don't have 100% absolute way. We don't have any inverter which can convert this pure DC, or we can say fixed DC, into the pure AC. Okay, so the moment at which you will convert with the help of any type of inverter, whatever exists in this universe, you will not get pure AC. You will get AC signal with harmonics. Okay, so another, the most important thing is coming, harmonic. So if they are not going to be asked a simple question related to a single phase, half bridge, full bridge, or 180 to 120, then they can move to harmonic reduction technique. Okay, so here, my dear friend, we are having another beauty. So harmonic reduction technique, we are having many techniques to control the harmonics component at the output. For example, a single pulse with modulation. Okay, single pulse with modulation technique, multiple pulse with modulation technique. Okay, pulsive multiple pulse with modulation technique. Then, my dear friends, sinusoidal pulse with modulation technique. So we are having many types of technique, but in general you can say in our syllabus, okay, or in GATE syllabus, we are having either single pulse with modulation technique, or we are having sinusoidal pulse with modulation technique. So we will give more time to this harmonic controlling technique. Okay, another thing, they can also ask question from the current source inverter. So let's consider if we are going to be spent around 15 hours, okay, to this topic, then we will give around 13 plus hours, okay, to the voltage source inverter, and 2 hours on the current source inverter. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Yeah, thank you, Vita Kapil. So this is the basic idea about the inverter. Okay, unfortunately, till now I couldn't arrange my digital board. So up to the GATE examination, hopefully we will discuss by the PPT. But definitely I will read you all the PPT and clear way, so that you can take your PDF file directly from the PPT notes. Okay, तो बस चीज़ों को समझते रहिएगा, थोड़ा सा चीज़ों को सर्कुलेट करिएगा, है ना। आज मैंने कुछ भी आपको नहीं बताया है, तो हम कल से इस टॉपिक को शुरू करेंगे. एक्चुअली बेसिकली आई जस्ट वांट टू सी कि सारे वीडियो सही फॉर्मेट में जा रहे हैं, या ऑडियो वीडियो में कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं हो रही है, आप लोगों तक चीज़ें पहुंच पा रही हैं कि नहीं पहुंच पा रही हैं. तो इन द टुमारो सेशन मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली वी विल डिस्कस अराउंड 2 आवर्स. ओके, बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव मोर टाइम, है ना. तो कल का हम सेशन लगभग 2 घंटे का रखेंगे, जिसमें वी विल कवर सिंगल फेज हाफ ब्रिज इन्वर्टर कंप्लीटली, सिंगल फेज हाफ ब्रिज इन्वर्टर कंप्लीटली विद एटलीस्ट 3 to 4 एग्जाम्पल्स. तो ये पूरा काम हम लोग कल करेंगे. ओके, तो अभी तक के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे रुकते हैं, और होपफुली कि अभी जो ये वीडियो है ये किस तरीके से जा रहा है, इसको मैं एक बार चेक कर लूँ. तो 2 घंटे का एक सेशन फिर कल हम रखते हैं. एंड टाइमिंग आप ऐसे अराउंड मान के चलिए कि अराउंड इन बिटवीन 10 AM to 1 PM. ओके, सो बी रेडी माय डियर फ्रेंड, एंड प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू शेयर दिस वीडियो विद योर फ्रेंड्स, एंड ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब द चैनल. एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग यार, कि अगर आप मुझसे पढ़े हैं एंड यू नो माई नेम, माई नेचर, देन यू ऑल्सो मस्ट नो दिस थिंग कि जो भी मैं पढ़ाऊँगा दैट विल बी डेफिनेटली डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू योर एग्जाम. एंड आई कैन ईजिली अंडरस्टैंड यू आर हैविंग वेरी वेरी लेस टाइम. ओके, तो हर एक टाइम या हर एक आवर और मिनट की कीमत मैं समझता हूँ. सो विद इन द टाइम, लाइक नॉट मे बी 15 hours, लेस देन 15 hours, I will give you direct point to point like inverter notes, and definitely you will be capable to handle the question of the gate. Okay, it's my promise. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. If you have any query, you can ask. Okay, my dear friend.